everyone. Welcome to ABCD. I am Rekha Shankar, and I am here with my lovely, funny, talented comedy writer friend with a dog that is so cute, you'll probably scream, Keerthi Harishankar.
Hi, everyone. I'm just quickly going to show you all the dog that's so cute. Oh, look at them. Look at him, buddy. His name's Archie. He's the best. Really cute. And I'm so glad I can join you guys today with the beautiful, the talented fellow comedy writer, one of Vulture's comedians to watch. So please watch her. Vulture demands you do so. Okay. Rekha Shankar.
Hi, everyone. And nobody asked, this is my roommate's dog, Sassy.
And that's Sassy.
Sassy and Archie are from the same, hog mold.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are hog siblings. Yeah. Siblings and hog.
Yeah, siblings
Beautiful.
and hog. God, we are getting some takes on some food in here. Pongal has entered the chat.
No, we didn't say anything. Oh, wow.
Happy belated Pongal, everyone. The
Happy belated.
agricultural festival. For me, chakra Pongal all the way. Salt Pongal can kind of do its own thing, and we don't need to be talking.
As is now tradition in this podcast, I disagree with you.
You are crazy.
I think our friendship ends after this.
I know.
The CIA. I didn't know that this was how this would go.
I didn't. The CIA would have such a hard time tracking you by your eating habits, Keerthi. I can't find a lead.
I know, right? Okay. I'm unknowable. This is great.
Okay. Well, guys, welcome to ABCD, American-born chatty Desis. This is a podcast within a live stream within our lives as two American-born Desis. This is for anyone out there who, like us, are navigating our cultural identities and just want to chat it out. On the docket for today, we got a white lady teaching us brown news, okay? Kind of interesting. We've got a chakra check-in where we talk about love languages. And then we've got a little game, the Bollywood plot predictor. And then, of course, lastly, we have our Desi of the week. But first, let's introduce our sponsors who make this show happen. Sponsor number one is very near and dear to my heart. It's DesiQuest, okay? If you like Dungeons & Dragons, if you like 5e specifically, if you like me, then you're going to want to check out DesiQuest. It stars me, as well as Omar Najam, Sandeep Parikh, and a collection of amazing guests, DM'd by Jasmine Bhullar. All set in an original South Asian mythology inspired from the world of Jasmine. A new 3-episode winter special one-shot is going to be dropping later this month, so look out for those announcements.
Amazing. And our second sponsor of the evening is Guarana Foods. And Guarana Foods is a family-owned and operated business that creates delicious Indian snacks. Rekha, you have some familiarity here.
Oh, listen. There is not any smoke being blown. Guarana Foods is so good. They're, as I call it, murku, and I believe maybe North Indians call it chakri. So I had not heard that word growing up. I knew it as murku.
Same. Their
murku is so good. And that was not a snack I gravitated towards growing up. I always preferred sweet snacks. It is so good. I got my dad, I went home and he had bags in the pantry and I did not give them to him. My partner buys
organic
them at the Indian store. It's nuts. It's so good. Your dad is gonna love these. Whoever your dad is, they're gonna love it.
Indian, non-Indian. This is a dad-approved snack. Dads of the world.
It is.
And it only makes sense because their products contain no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives.
Okay.
And you can find Guarana snacks at Indian grocery stores across our fine country, or on their website, guaranafoods.com, where you can use the code DesiQuest for 10% off your first order. There we go. Get that Murka. And if you're new to Guarana snacks, they highly recommend purchasing the mix and match box, and you can receive free shipping if you choose from 10 different items or 10 of the same. So go crazy, guys. So be sure to check out their websites, guaranafoods.com, and find your list of local retailers, y'all. Go after it.
Really, really good. We also want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Obviously, the wildfires in LA have taken their toll, and Sandeep is one of the people who has been directly affected, which is in part why he's not here this evening. So the Patreon has been on pause so far in 2025. But EffinFunny is still planning a lot of bonus content, discounts, and events throughout the year, so keep an eye out for that stuff. And on a kind of personal note, Sandeep and I are going to be doing like an effing movie club where we try to talk about movies we like. And it's because we are going to make a movie that I wrote and Sandeep is directing. So be on the lookout for that info. And if you are interested in joining the Patreon and haven't already, go to patreon.com/EF as in Frank, F as in Frank, I as in Ingrid, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, U as in umbrella, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, Y as in yellow, EffinFunny. Patreon.com/EffinFunny to join the movie club and get that insider look into Sandeep's directing process and our journey creating this thing together. There's a bunch of tiers to contribute at and a lot of subscriber benefits, including getting your names listed in the credits of this show. So check it out.
Big deal, you guys.
So big deal. Patreon.com/EffinFunny. Okay. Huge. Keerthi, it's time for our first segment.
Let's get into it.
It kind of feels like a burn from those North Indians that I was talking about earlier. White lady teaches us brown news. Now, there are only 2 brown ladies here, and that's why this feels like a burn. It feels like one of them being like,
one of them.
Yeah, you're white. And you're like, oh.
I can take on the mantle of white lady. It's okay. I'll accept it.
Brutal.
This can be my punishment for everything I've put you through this evening.
You did actually make me emotionally.
Yeah, I know.
Today.
And for that turmoil, I bear the burden of whiteness. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is helpful because our producer Kaylin is getting ready for EffinFunny's live show, Roll for Jokes this week. So she couldn't be here with us. So, wow. Really appreciate you taking on that role, Keerthi.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And it's for a good cause, you guys. EffinFunny will be donating the proceeds to LA Wildfire Relief. So if you are available Thursday, February 4th, Tuesday, February 4th?
It is interesting because that's today.
That is today. That is today. So if you would like to leave now.
No, I believe it is on this Thursday, the 6th.
This Thursday, the 6th. There we go. Incredible.
We're not looking at notes. We're saying this all off the dome. You guys don't know that.
And that's why I got tripped up. You guys, the dome isn't working that well these days.
That's why
okay?
Keerthi was saying nonsense before the show started.
And exactly, even during the food portion. It's just whatever's. But Thursday, February 6th, you guys, go to EffinFunnyStore.com for tickets.
Yes.
Again, that is Thursday, February 6th. Not today.
Yes.
Not right now.
Not
right now,
today.
you're here with us.
Keerthi, that was such a nice plug for this show that I too will take on the mantle of being a white lady for now. For now, I'm going to give it up after the end of the show because I don't want all the jobs it comes with. So
thank you for sharing that privilege with me, Rekha. I'm glad.
So our first story for White Lady Teaches Us Brown News. India is taking Valentine's Day too far. Like most things imported from the West to India, like Domino's Pizza, gaudy weddings, and 24-hour cable news, the great people of Bharat have taken it to an extreme. So Valentine's Week is happening from February 7th to February 14th.
Let's go.
That is so Hindu. It's unreal. To have a multiple day holiday that it's like Navaratram or something.
I love this. This is reverse colonization. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So far, I'm on board.
Okay.
Too far?
Let's see. Enough. Yeah, not far enough. Valentine's year. Let's see. Okay. Following the economic liberalization in the early 90s, a new middle class emerged in India with access to foreign media and goods, which led to a rise in the popularity of Valentine's Day celebrations. So many young and working Indians living away from their families now have more autonomy in their relationships, which contributes to a little bit of an interest in dating sites and celebrating Valentine's Day. Now, Keerthi, does your family acknowledge A, Valentine's Day, B, holidays, C, birthdays?
That's hilarious.
Absolutely.
And I okay, Valentine's Day, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Did your parents?
No. My mom occasionally, in a cute way, would be at the grocery store and get a card for me and my brother.
Okay, a shared card.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
No, nothing of the sort.
Holidays, sure.
Yeah.
Birthdays. I'm a I'm like a hoe for my birthday, so like it has to be acknowledged. I'm one of those. I'm really revealing myself as like the worst person you know.
I am,
but I take it on.
Also a hugely annoying birthday person, but mine is as a result of my family. If my dad found out, hey, the government is giving $50 to people who delete their birthdays and decide to not have one, he would be like there in 5 minutes.
Right.
With me in tow to be like, let's get $100. He does not care. He got knee surgery this year and he told me the date and I went, that's your birthday? And he goes, yeah. He does not
no importance
care. There is no importance. It is a day like any other day. I think as a courtesy to the fact that I was born in America, he most of the time will call me on my birthday.
Right.
But they do not care at all.
Wow. I have forced those around me,
that's nice,
including my family, to acknowledge and celebrate. I think I was the change. I'm gonna say that. Wow. I think I forced everyone to be into their birthday a little bit more.
I love that.
Than perhaps naturally. And you know, I'm a Leo. We're extra like that. We're gonna make you. It's where I bravely tell my truth of my astrological sign.
Okay.
And yeah.
This is interesting because I'm going to read you the days of Valentine's Day, and I'm going to ask you a follow-up about how you would make this for your birthday. Like, what would you do to make 7 days, 14 days of Keerthi's birthday? You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, my God.
You know, it's kind of amazing to think about.
It really, the mind, you know, it goes.
It goes. It's a beautiful mind right now. How can I celebrate my birthday even more?
Yes, I'm that meme of like Charlie Day.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
so I guess each day of Valentine's week in this new 2025 Valentine's week has a specific theme. Okay. February 7th is Rose Day. You exchange roses with different meanings based on color.
Okay.
Kind of interesting.
I keep that day as it is.
Yeah, you keep that.
Everyone gives me roses of a different color.
They all signify stuff. One's like, I'm pissed at you. One's like, we should grab coffee.
Yes, exactly. And I get to state the meaning. Yes. I get to put the meaning onto you. Yeah.
They don't get a chance.
No. I'm like, and on this day, you buy me a latte.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes. A surprise for everyone involved.
Anand has popped in the chat something extremely critical South Asian content. He says, my mother can't remember when my birthday is. Can't tell if it's dementia or being South Asian. Haven't we all wondered? Is it my family's mental illness or their culture? Have we all not played that game show?
To me, that is such a Asian tradition in my mind. Like that is like breathing air.
Yes.
I'm like, is it our trauma? Or is it just life? You know?
Exactly. Okay. February 8th, Propose Day. Very early in the lineup of Valentine's Day traditions. Day number 2, we're going to propose. You confess your love or you propose. You gonna keep that?
So let's say, okay.
You should keep.
Yes, I absolutely keep it. Okay. I would for everyone in the chat, please propose to me. Please confess your love to me. I welcome it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, in the Valentine's context, aren't you sort of like blowing your wad a little early?
Yeah.
Pardon me. You know?
Yeah.
Because then what do you do for the remaining 6 days? That kind of feels like
maybe you get married. Maybe for 6 days you get married.
And that's the rom-com version of this.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. February 9th, Chocolate Day. Exchange chocolates.
Chocolates.
Or ditch.
It becomes Rasam Day. Everyone makes me rasam, the thinnest South Indian food available.
We have to move on.
It up.
So sick. For those who weren't part of the live show and are just listening to the podcast, Keerthi popped the hell off about how much she loves rasam and hates sambar, and it was disgusting. It was violent. It was awful.
It was beautiful.
Okay, February 10th is Teddy Day. You get teddy bears. Do you keep that?
Yeah, but I want the gummy version.
Okay, that's smart.
What am I going to do with all those bears?
Yeah, it's going to take up too much room.
I got to eat them.
February 11th is Promise Day. So you make promises to loved ones. I think you could probably just do another gummy bear day.
Yeah, let's do 2 in a row. I changed this to Twizzler Day. Give me another like chewy candy. Yeah, 2 chewy candy days in a row.
Yeah,
that feels right.
We're taking out Promise Day.
Yeah, we're taking out promises.
February 12th is Hug Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep that.
Okay.
Are you a hug person, Rekha?
I love hugs. I used to not be, because my family has never touched each other.
Of course not. That would be insane. I've never received a hug in my life.
Are you kidding me?
By a family member.
By a family member? That's crazy.
I think I would like physically shrivel. Like the idea of it makes me anxious. I don't think I could do it.
They've gotten more into it now, but as a child, no. I think it is like now because I don't live there. I get to receive a hug as my...
That's your prize.
Yeah, my
for
prize.
leaving. Incredible.
February 13th is Kiss Day.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Kind of cute.
Yeah, it's a little cheeky. I'm into it. Consent though, everyone.
Consent though, yeah. Don't just kiss Keerthi.
Don't just start kissing me.
Yes,
okay?
Come on. Okay, February 14th, obvious. Celebrate love and romance.
Okay, but... what is left to celebrate?
What are you celebrating? You already did it all. Okay, pitch.
Yeah.
You could make this a third chewy candy day.
Yes. This one is Sour Patch Kids. Yes. Third chewy candy day. Truly, chocolate is all you talk about in terms of Valentine's, right? Here, we're flipping the script. A different narrative.
Wow. Okay,
You're breaking Valentine's Day wide open.
Okay, we're taking the middleman out of Valentine's Day. We're disrupting the Valentine's industry here. And therefore, your birthday. You can steal all these ideas to celebrate your birthday, Keerthi.
Yes, exactly, and I will.
That's beautiful.
This is my new birthday week.
Okay, I love that. Should we hop to story 2?
Yes, let's do it. All right, guys. So, story 2. Why India's food is the best in the world.
Okay.
All right. And this claim comes from author Tyler Cohen, and he's an opinion writer for Bloomberg and a professor of economics at George Mason University. So, smarty pants alert.
Yes.
And he claims that India has the best food in the world based on his extensive travel experience. And let's get some quotes from this from Mr. Cohen.
Yes.
I write this from Kerala on the southwest coast of India on one of the last days of my 8th trip to this country. I've been to most of its major cities and regions over the decades, and I have traveled to more than 100 countries. So he's been around. Yeah. All of which is set up for an admittedly bold claim, and one I don't make lightly. India has the best food in the world.
Let's go, let's fucking go, slam dunk, alley-oop, batting it back and forth, spiking it down, let's go.
Thank God Tyler was there to say this.
Yes.
Okay? He was there to finally just put it, period, end of, the sentence is over. And only Tyler could make this statement and have it be true.
Literally, most people in the world are Indian, but Tyler had to say it.
He had to say it. I did a quick Google of him. Our friend Tyler is from New Jersey. He is a white man. And as we know, if we don't have their final say, it doesn't count, you guys. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
And there's so many reasons that he gives for this. And I just wanna seek out one in particular. Is vegetarians in India seek out dosas, uttapam, and other yummy carbohydrate-heavy entries. Jains do not eat onions or garlic, which induces yet further innovation in flavors. The Christian communities, such as one finds in Kerala, I love his writing style, eat a lot of beef. Pork is typically neglected in Indian cuisines, but the former Portuguese territory of Goa has produced some splendid pork dishes. So what Tyler is very verbosely saying is that you can go anywhere and get all kinds of flavors up in here.
Yes.
What is your take on Tyler's take, Rekha?
Okay. I think Tyler's correct. Indian food is one of my favorite foods in the world, and I've always told you I love Tyler. Since this podcast started, I've told you I love Tyler.
When we met, you said, Tyler, that's the one for me.
That's the guy.
And I said, Rekha, okay, whatever you say.
Thank you. It is so funny to kind of put logic to a thing that is like a subjective opinion of like, he's like, India's food supply chains are short, leading to fresher and more flavorful ingredients. High income inequality leads to a large pool of cheap labor competing to cook. I'm like, yeah, it also just slaps because...
It also just slaps, correct.
Every bite of Indian food, this is a thing that Indian food has cursed me with. For me, and this is an illness I have, every meal I eat needs to be the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. So like, if it's like...
Rekha.
Hello.
The best thing you've ever eaten in your life.
Every
How
day.
has that been going for you?
It's so hard. I get so sad so often about food. Like, if I'm, like, on the Jersey Shore, and it's like, let's stop and go get something. I'm like, ooh. And I'm immediately Googling, like, best pizza. And I can't just, like, go somewhere. I have to see, like, what people are talking about. What are people buzzing about? And it has led me astray many times. But something else that has poisoned me is with Indian food. You get a lot of bites that are salty, sweet, sour, bitter, and spicy all at once. And I, regrettably and understandably, need every bite of food I eat to be all of those things. And I will modify it until it is all of those things.
Rekha.
I need the chatpati.
In the singular bite.
I need it all. I need the sensation you get when you eat like bhel puri, like Channa Bhel, and it has pomegranates on top.
Yes.
Or like, I don't know, you have sambar sadam with like a really sweet mango pickle. I need all of that at the same time.
Yes. So what Indian food to you is the perfect bite? I know. I threw a lot at you just then.
I do think Channa Bhel and like bhel puri is so unreal good. I also, this is for the Indo-Chinese heads in the audience, Gobi Manchurian.
Stop.
Unbelievable. The Super Bowl's coming up, go Birds. Let's swap out our chicken wings with some Gobi Manchurian.
Okay, I'm on board with that.
It's so good.
And so, guys, I know we love a Buffalo Wild Wings moment. We're only human. But a Gobi Manchurian, when you talk about a flavorful bite, many tastes happening at once, sweet, sour, crispy, and chewy.
I wanna eat that right now. It is so stupid good. Okay, so as I said, Tyler's right. I love Tyler. He's my guy.
And we've always loved Tyler.
We've always loved Tyler.
In this house.
Yes.
We love Tyler.
Okay. We've got time for one more quick story. Story number 3 is there are no current updates on Cow Hug Day.
No, the day I just learned about right now has no updates.
Cow Hug Day was an initiative by the Animal Welfare Board of India to rebrand Valentine's Day. Okay, wait a minute. We just added 14 days to Valentine's Day and we're already trying to rebrand.
We're already scrap it. Nope.
In the time of this document we're reading, it's like, bye.
Bye. It's over. It's over. I hope you enjoyed learning about it because it'll never happen.
In an attempt to promote Vedic or sacred Hindu traditions, which they believed were being eroded by Western influence. The Animal Welfare Board of India described cows as the backbone of Indian culture and the rural economy and said that hugging a cow would bring emotional richness and increase individual and collective happiness. Cows are considered sacred in Hinduism and are seen as a symbol of both the earth and the divine. Many Hindus consider the killing or eating of cows a sin. Now, there are some funny quotes here that are tweets, and I wonder if we're going to get them. Someone tweeted, "So what do you have to ask? Will you be my cow or will you be my guy?" Is guy Hindi?
I guess. I also don't follow.
So in Tamil, I believe cow is pasu or madu.
Mada is what I know.
Yeah, or madu, because Edamamadu is water buffalo. Anyway, this is another North Indian joke. All right.
Yeah, you North Indians, tell us what it means.
Just tell us what it means. Stop trying to trick me.
We don't
know anything.
We're just so... Our silly South Indian minds.
Come on. My brain has been fermenting. Due to negative response, the Cow Hug Day initiative was abandoned shortly after it was announced. Oh my God, Keerthi, this is like a real-time...
No, I have whiplash. I have emotional whiplash from reading this document. This is crazy. Y'all. Wait,
because I really like this. Have you ever been to the Gentle Barn in California?
No, but I love it. Tell me everything about it.
So it's a it's animal rescue. So, and they're like an all vegan location where like all the food they will sell there is vegan. They have tons of volunteers that are all super knowledgeable about all these animals. All these animals were rescued from some sort of abuse or neglect and now live on this farm, and they're all so cute, and you can hug all their cows, and their cows have just the worst things have happened to them, but they're all so sweet, and they're all named after pop divas. Their names would be like Madonna, Aretha.
Oh my gosh, so there's like a Sabrina Carpenter goat out there?
Yes.
A Charlie XCX cow?
Yes.
Half Punjabi.
Okay.
Representation matters. All right.
Listen, we lost MIA to
we lost her
to the red pill brainworms. So we gotta have what we can.
We take what we can get.
Yes. Okay, Keerthi, it's time for a chakra check-in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you've heard of the love languages.
Have I ever?
Words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, which is always the funniest. I'm like, yeah, I
truly
love receiving gifts.
I'm like, I love gloves.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But would you say, Keerthi, that
yes,
South Asian expressions of love or the way an Indian immigrant expresses love, if they choose to express love, differs from the Western expression of love? Would you say that is true? Or?
1-to-1, one and the same.
Yeah.
Nothing different. Big huggers. In the South Asian. No, I mean, like, let's start, like, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be my family. Couldn't be anyone I know. Yeah. We're not big on, like, I love you.
Yeah.
Or a good job.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like, a pretty common experience, would you say?
Hey.
Sorry. No, you're right.
Thank
you for calling me in.
I can think of nothing I have heard less in my life than good job.
Yes.
I was on a podcast called Wait, Don't Tell Me last week.
Heard of it?
And I sent it to my dad, who does not, to be fair, know what a podcast is. And I just kind of was like, this is a podcast a lot of people listen to.
Very popular. Yeah. One of the most. Yeah.
Didn't receive any information about what his thought on that was. But I did get a WhatsApp. And if you don't know what WhatsApp is, it's a toxic service for your family to send political propaganda
memes.
On.
Yeah.
So he wrote, message from my classmate. I did not tell him about your podcast. And then pasted a very nice message from his classmate.
See, and exactly, that was your dad's way of saying, Rekha, I see you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
But it could never be straight from the horse's mouth.
Never.
No.
Never,
ever.
No.
But Rekha, in that moment, did you feel the pride from your dad?
Yes. Yes, because I think it was valuable to him that, because my dad, I realized I grew up like more sheltered than I realized. We just like did not do anything. We did not go anywhere or do things or like go to movies. Growing up, we did not do literally anything. So the idea of, I think it is important to my dad for stuff that he doesn't know about if a friend of his who he respects knows about it. Because he cannot confirm. I'm telling him, it's a big deal. He's like, okay. But a friend of his, I think
the
that's huge.
outside party is so critical.
Yes.
Yes. Like anything I've done where I'm like, I know this is cool.
Yeah.
But if a fellow IBM coworker a fellow computer engineer were to say, hey, Keerthi did this cool thing, he'd be like, oh, it's validated by my community.
Exactly. My community of computer engineers.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And that's the community that matters.
Exactly.
But I would know in his roundabout way,
yes,
that was him saying, Keerthi, good job.
I think, exactly. I do believe that my dad does mean good job when he says things like that.
Yes. And I think that's in our love language. Like, to me, I have to do a little dance to get to what the love is happening.
100%. 100%. Okay.
Yes.
Acts of service.
Okay. Yes.
This is a big one. To me, acts of service it is very frequent. So, like, I remember if my mom would, like, make dinner or something, and I'd be like, thank you. She's like, don't thank me for food. I'm like, okay.
Yes, exactly, right? It's like, oh, like, what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, do I now apologize for thanking you?
Especially, like, anything a woman does is, like, not an act of service. It's like, you're like, supposed to do it.
I was always supposed to do this. Like, what I always think of as a very Asian act of service is cutting fruit.
Listen.
Like this happens, like, as soon as I enter the door. Yeah. There's cut apples. I'm a strawberry girl myself. Strawberries, grapes, cut grapes. Do your parents cut grapes? Mine cut them in half. And I'm like, why are you cutting them?
That's
the
so
whole point of the grape.
funny.
It's all there for you right there.
Contained unit.
It's contained. It's of a piece, if you will. And yet they are all sliced up, ready for me to go. Yes. And this happens in every Asian, not just South Asian.
All
household.
Asian families.
Across the board, we be cutting fruit.
You love to cut fruit. And they have interesting ways to cut it. They're revolutionizing how to cut a mango.
It's unique to the family.
Yeah.
And that's how you make it your own.
What were you going to say?
I was just like, that is even for me, my ultimate act of love. If I cut you fruit.
Yeah.
If you come into my home, I've got oranges there for you.
You're a very good host.
Thank you so much, Rekha. Likewise. But, like, food, right? And I think that's...
Food.
I think that's it. And you're right about, like, moms will be like, well, this is just what I meant to do. But guys, thank your moms. Even if she gets mad at you.
Even if she gets pissed.
Just say a quick, like, hey, man, thank you for that.
Now,
I appreciate you.
Let me ask you the reverse of this. So, like, in the West, right? Like, if you do something really sweet, like cutting fruit, like, that nobody asked for, it's like, oh, thank you. If there's something really intentional like that, if I do anything that my dad did not, like, clear or something, if I would be like, Dad, I'm going to make you breakfast in bed.
Oh.
He would be like, why? There would be no sense of appreciation. It would be, I've given him a headache. I bought him, like, a meal kit service once. It was like I sent the actual bubonic plague to the house. I sent him 2 boxes, and I could not go through a day without 2 phone calls from this man telling me how horrible it was. The package leaked. The food is bad. Your mom doesn't want to eat. I have to eat all of it. It tastes bad. It's too much work. I never asked for this. Get your money back. No. I lied and told him it was free, and he still told me to get smart. My money back.
Yeah, because if you had spent money on this, that would have been it. You would have never heard the end of this.
No. So upset.
Wait, so he was mad at every aspect of it. There was nothing redeemable about this meal service kit.
He does not like these things. I once, because he let his gym membership lapse, and he was like, I don't feel like it. And I was like, okay. And I went to the gym, and I got it. I got him a year without him knowing. And then I came back, and I said, I got you the gym membership. He went, oh my God.
The apocalypse. Why didn't you just set him on fire?
It really does feel that way. So acts of service are, like, kind of a gamble.
Yes, exactly. Like, if me as the child were to do the act of service, that would not be okay.
It's
I cannot.
And it's like, why?
Exactly. Why? Let me. Isn't that why we went through this whole crazy thing of life?
I cook for my parents when I come home from like dawn till dusk because they kind of don't cook a ton themselves. And again, my dad acts like I'm like, hey, I actually brought a ton of loose dogs with rabies in. Is that okay? He always is looking at what I'm doing. He's like, you already made food yesterday. I'm like, and you ate all of it.
Yeah.
And today's a new day. Why do you keep saying this to me?
Today is a new day.
You keep saying, but you made food yesterday. As if you didn't eat it.
Okay, what would happen? Let's say you ceased the food cooking. It's done. There is, in fact, no food. How does the family react? Where do we go from there?
My dad's going to find a hotel and pretend to be a guest and take all their free bread and put it in his pockets and bring it home.
Wow. And now we've just got, it's free bed dinner time.
Yeah, it's free bread dinner. Wow. Okay.
You're literally saving your family.
I'm saving them from
You know what,
bread.
Rekha? I will give you those words of affirmation.
Thank you.
You are saving your family.
Thank you. Okay, physical touch has never happened.
No.
Okay, quality time. Let's just skip over that. That
we've
never
done,
happened. Okay.
No.
Quality time.
Quality time. So this is like in a romantic sense.
Yeah. Had your family? Did they know what dating was?
The concept, sure.
Yeah.
But it was strictly forbidden. I think, again, this is very stereotypical, but true from my experience, y'all. Strictly forbidden and not to be spoken of even to this day.
Yes.
Guys, even to this day. My parents will meet the person when we are on fianced. When it is locked and loaded, that's intro time.
Keerthi, I don't know how to explain to my Western partner that, like, they don't care about
They don't care. And you always see that, like, or not always, when there is like an Indian person on a TV show and they're like dating a Western person, they're like, I don't get it. And it's the most frustrating scene to me because to me, I'm like, no, but it actually just makes perfect sense. Why would I be bringing around all these randos? Like, I'm not interested in wasting their time or my time.
Me either.
Okay?
Me either. And it is like meeting one of your friends. If I asked my dad to spend time with my friends, he's like, why?
Why? Exactly. It's like, wait. Like, you have those?
Yes.
Good. Like, that's important, I guess.
Yes.
Not of critical importance.
Yes.
And yeah, it like, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. But at the same time, outside of the romantic sphere, you will go to like a random party and there's like 850 members of your family or whatever there.
Yes. And that is the quality time, which I appreciate.
Yes, I do too.
Because it's like, okay, I feel like I've like checked off all the boxes in one evening. And it's like a speed round of quality time.
Yes.
Everyone gets just enough information about you, which is like 2 sentences, and then you can move along.
Yes. Sorry, I see this like notes says like, in the West, they're focused on one-on-one experiences like dinners. I'm like, I have fully eaten dinner with my dad and neither of us says anything. And he's not even looking at his phone. He's just not, doesn't want to talk.
Like, that to me, right, is like the height of we know each other. It's just like, I don't got to get the updates. Like, let's just eat. Let's just eat.
Yeah.
And let's not speak, because honestly, in today's society, we're all talking too much.
A little too much. You're right.
A little too much.
Okay.
And we need a break.
The last one, receiving gifts. Do you receive a gift for any of the following holidays? Your birthday, Christmas, Diwali, a Raksha Bandhan type situation, because, whatever.
Yeah.
Pongal, Navaratri, any of these things.
Rekha, and here's where I blow your mind once again.
Stop.
I receive a gift for all of those occasions. Every single one. Like a sociopath. I know.
From your family?
I know. From my family. But again, and here's the secret, everyone.
I got
You
chills.
train them.
Yeah.
You train them.
Yeah.
You say, oh, no. We are going to do this. This
Yeah.
is an expression of care.
Yeah.
We're going to, and for me, and this is on a personal level, peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Gift giving is a big love language for me.
Yes.
So again, I have made my parents adopt my way.
That's cute.
And this is where I also reveal I am the youngest sibling, and that's going to really explain everything about my motivations here.
Yes, I think that's
just a classic case of that.
I think that's beautiful. Now, do they do well with the gifts they give you?
Here's the other thing. I ask for exactly what I want.
Incredible. That's beautiful.
And that is the thing is there's no guesswork. Yeah. That would be too much, I think, for my parents to have to take a stab at it. You know?
I remember the principal in high school sent all of the parents, I don't know what the purpose of this was. All the parents had to fill out some form that was like about their child. And
oh God, nightmare.
It was like, describe your child's like 3 good qualities of your child. I was like, are you trying to
wait,
hurt
Rekha, what
him?
was yours?
I remember one of them that I know my dad was absolutely code switching for because he views it as a negative thing, but he knows American people view it as a positive thing. He said...
He's catering to his audience.
Very honest.
What? Is this him writing in his burn book? Like, what is this? Rekha is very honest.
Because he would be like, the other Indian kid in your class is probably faking his recommendation letters. Let me get you a fake one from a hospital in India. And he got one. Never asked him to. I ripped it up in front of him. I was like, no. And he's like, what? And then this letter comes, he goes, very honest.
Wait, but also major slay for your dad to get a fake, to write up that's incredible. Wow. Wow. But very honest.
Very honest.
Oh, Rekha, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you were called such a slur.
I know, for him.
Him.
He's like, he's trying to pass me off as 8 years old at place, you know, like that.
Yes. So I take it that they are not great at receiving gifts either then.
No.
How about giving or receiving? No.
My parents have not like purchased me a gift since I was like maybe in 8th grade. And my mom will get random knickknacks. Like, she will give me an Irish Spring bar of soap. And, like...
Right. That we picked up at, like, the travel section of CVS. Yeah.
Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that is very nice, even though I ain't trying to rip my skin off with Irish Spring.
We have standards.
But my dad, if I were to be like, Dad, I would like to buy this for myself and I need some help, he would do it. It just would never occur to him to buy me a gift. My sibling and I will get each other a Christmas gift and a birthday gift. Okay. We'll do that. But also, I was sold a false bill of goods on Raksha Bandhan growing up. I was told, it's a sibling holiday. You exchange gifts. I didn't know if you have like an older brother or whatever, that they give you money and you give them a Rakhi. I just thought, equal exchange. There's a lot of men in my family who need to pay up. There's a lot.
You are owed a debt.
I'm owed by all these men, these cousin brothers. You owe me. This is your notice.
Yeah, Rekha, you have now put this out into the world. You need to send this recording to them. Yeah. I'm serious. This is where you reverse the cycle, okay? Men of Rekha Shankar's life, you need to pay up.
You need to pay me. Pay me now.
Okay. End the cycle.
All right. Let's move on. I'm feeling sick. Okay. Should we do our game?
I think we should do our game. Wow. This is crazy, you guys.
Okay.
So here is today's game. And it is called Bollywood Plot Predictor. And in this game, we dive into the beating heart of cinema's most colorful, dramatic, music-filled storytelling universe. And this is not just any old moving game. This is where romance meets rebellion, where family traditions collide with modern love, and where every plot twist comes with its own choreographed dance number. All right, and we love these Bollywood tropes, the rain-soaked reunions, disapproving parents, and perfectly timed musical numbers. Yeah. When words cannot express, music comes to our rescue.
Yeah, and it seems like words can't express a lot of the time.
It seems like it. So here is how this is going to work. I will set up the first act of a Bollywood rom-com. And then, Rekha, you, channeling your inner filmmaker, will have to predict everything from the inevitable misunderstandings to the grand romantic gestures.
Keerthi, I'm actually going to nail this game because while I have only seen 3 Bollywood movies and 2 Collywood movies in my whole life,
yes,
I am making a movie right now. And I'm in the pre-production process for it. And so I'm actually really intimately acquainted with this. So I'm going to nail it.
There we go. Yeah, it won't take much to channel your inner filmmaker.
No, I'm going to nail every part of it.
Let's go. Oh, and bonus points for creative twists. Okay. So put your creativity hat on and let's get going.
I love it.
Okie dokie. So, Rekha, here's our first logline.
Okay.
A flamboyant Punjabi boy and a sophisticated Bengali girl from vastly different families fall head over heels in love. But their clashing cultures and disapproving relatives threaten to tear them apart before they can even properly introduce each other.
Okay. So the Bengali girl, she has glasses and she's light-skinned and she has light eyes. First of all.
Nailed it.
Okay. Her hair's in a ponytail and she's with her family and she's like reading books and stuff. And maybe there's like a dog that likes her. And her family's like talking about how they want to arrange her to some tech man or whatever, works in finance, who's also really light-skinned. And then
a perfect light-skinned pairing.
They're kind of the perfect light-skinned duo. Then she has to go do some errand for her dad, who's like severely rude. And while she's at the grocery store, she bumps into the flamboyant Punjabi boy who's like causing a ruckus with his friend. This man is also light-skinned, but we're to understand he's more raucous and like lower class, even though he's light-skinned and rich. So,
yes.
And he might even like she drops her all-rounders or her McVitties or whatever that she had to get for her dad, who like can't do the errand himself. And
they're expressing their love languages right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they lock eyes, but he like doesn't have a job and mooches off his parents and blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, at the Punjabi boy's house, his dad is getting the beat down from his boss. He's getting yelled at. He's screamed at. We find out the boss is the Bengali girl's dad.
What?
Yeah. Ooh, Srirag pitched there's a terminal illness. Yeah. Everybody's mom has a terminal illness. And so then, when the Punjabi boy is start talking about this girl, I don't have time for this. My boss is gonna fire me. He says I'm the worst guy ever, and that I'm gonna get fired this week. And so
imminently, it's happening now.
The boy's like, I'm gonna help you do your work at work, Dad. I'm gonna help you push. Your back is broken in half. I'm gonna help you push all those boxes. So he comes to work, and then Bengali girl's dad is there breathing down his neck, and Bengali girl comes to do another errand for dad. Appa, I have your whatever, and I have your tiffin. You forgot your tiffin. And then she sees the boy again, and they lock eyes, and it's like,
this is our music break.
This is our music break, because she's like, I can't do anything for myself. I don't want to marry this rich tech guy. And he's like, my dad is going to get canned, and I don't have time to have a private life, and blah, blah, blah. They chat outside of the institute, the whatever box company, and they're chatting, and then he gives her his number, and she's like, Guh? And then her dad sees it, and he's like, and slaps her. It's something that we might register as awful, but is actually okay. So For this
Everyone,
movie,
it's okay
okay.
in the context of this film.
In this movie, they think that's okay.
Everyone, in fact, nods their heads post-slap. They go, that was okay.
And then she goes home, and then her arranged husband is there, and he's really boring, and he talks about how the newest innovation of his company is dumping oil into rivers. And
he loves that.
And he's really excited for the new ways they're going to dump oil into rivers. And so she's miserable. And she tries to talk to her mom, but her mom, as all the moms in this movie are, is terminally ill and can't speak.
Yes, she has the terminal illness that renders her speechless.
It renders her speechless. It takes her mouth is shut. But she still has the phone number from the boy. She calls him, and they agree to meet at midnight. And they meet by a train track, a place she's never been to, because she has a chauffeur and she has servants.
I love how they agreed to meet wordlessly.
Yeah, absolutely. They meet. And so they meet at the train tracks, and she complains about her life, and he complains about his life. And I don't think they're allowed to kiss. So, but they bond a lot. And he's like, when can I see you again? And she's like, no. And she goes,
okay,
yeah.
Why is she shy? Why the cold feet?
I think her dad told her she was allowed to have 2 friends, and they both had to be her cousins growing up. And both her,
so she's simply filled to the brim with friendships.
Yeah.
Who are also her cousins. Yes. She doesn't have room.
She doesn't have
I got you.
Emotional space, because she has the 2 friendships with her cousins who do live in her house. And so
easy access to the friendship.
Why do you need to go out with friends? Your friends live in the house.
When you have live-in friends. Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me. And they're both women friends, and they do the cooking because the mom
light-skinned as well.
Is ill.
We are all light-skinned female friends.
And if there is a loud and annoying friend, she has curly hair. So anyway, then she's like, no, and she runs away. She runs back home. Am I taking too long? Okay. And then she runs back home, and she sings a song about being depressed. And then her mom hears it and is like, don't be depressed.
She says, don't be depressed. And that was the first time she's spoke
ever in her life. She never said words as a child.
That's so beautiful, Rekha. Oh my gosh. And she says her first words ever are don't be depressed. You got me tearing up, girl.
That's crazy.
You're never gonna hear that out of an Indian mom's mouth, except in this film. You're taking creative leaps I never saw coming.
I'm taking a lot of creative liberties here. There's a huge suspension of disbelief. We have to get an actress who could sell an Indian woman saying don't be depressed.
This is us putting out the call right now.
Yeah, we might get someone that improvises and says, stop being depressed, which might be more their speed.
That could be the easier sell. I see where you're going with this.
And then the boy goes home, and he tells his dad he's interested in the girl, and he's like, no, they have treated our family as second-rate citizens. We don't like them. I forbid you. Yada, yada. A song from him comes about how he has to keep his family together because his mom is sick, but she can talk. And she gets mad all the time, and he doesn't know how to quell her madness. And then...
So her illness causes rage.
It causes rage. She has the rage disease. And so then the girl calls him again and is like, I want to meet up again at the train tracks. So they meet up again.
Again.
And they decide to go on a train ride. They hop in a boxcar.
Oh, but this time they're riding the train.
They're riding it. They're not just meeting there. And then they do kind of a chalate on the top of the train. But it's like their version of it. And it's beautiful.
Right.
And they hold hands. And then she has a heart condition. And he rushes her to a hospital.
This is a big reveal of the heart condition. So she, too, is ill.
She's ill.
Every woman is ill. Ugh, is that a mouthful there? Okay, continue.
He rushes her to the hospital. He rushes her to the hospital. And
on the train?
No, they rush off the train. And he takes her on an auto rickshaw, which she's never been on or heard of. And they go to a hospital. And he calls her dad. And the dad comes and is like, and slaps him. And that's okay.
And that is okay. And everyone in the hospital acknowledges that that is okay.
They
and
have an ice pack ready for him. They say it's okay.
They anticipated it.
Even though this boy brought his daughter to the hospital. The doctor tells the dad, your daughter needs a heart transplant. And he goes, oh my God. You know, like, I've been focusing on work and crunching numbers. I didn't know my daughter needed a heart transplant.
Tale as old as time.
And
he didn't know.
He didn't know. And we go back to the boy's house, and his mom is dying of rage. And
right. Excuse me.
And he's trying to keep it together, but he can't. He's finally breaking. And the girl comes over to thank him, being like, you made me find out I need a heart transplant. And he's like, I don't have time for this nonsense right now. My mother is sick. And then he snaps at her. And she goes, maybe he's not the one. Maybe I don't need to be in love. She goes back to her house, and her mom is quiet again and can't give her advice. The advice must come from within. And she sings a song that loosely translates to don't be depressed. The boy's mom...
Loosely.
Yes. The boy's mom dies. But she's an organ donor. And the boy had convinced her, give the heart to this girl that I'm seeing, Mom.
Oh, and my God.
She confesses on her deathbed, I have lived a life of rage, but my heart, it worked. I just didn't know how to use it. And
oh, my God.
She donates the heart to the girl. And now the boy is inextricably tied to her. The dad is inextricably tied to the boy. And the dad is like, I can never repay you for this debt your family, specifically the women in your family, have given to my wife, or my daughter. You may get married tonight. And that's the movie.
That very evening.
Yeah. Did I get it right?
Rekha, that was so beautiful. I hesitate to even reveal the truth.
No!
Because I want this to be the truth that we live in. So everyone listening, just so you know, what I'm about to say, don't absorb it. Okay? We know the truth of this film in our hearts. And so what the film actually is Rocky Aur Rani Kil Prem Kahani.
Okay.
And it's from 2023. And it's a Karan Johar film starring Ranveer Singh and Alia Bhatt. Okay. And it's a classic Bollywood rom-com with a modern twist, which is basically what you described.
I literally was
if we're honest. Yeah. And so Rocky and Rani's family are polar opposites, okay? Yeah. So Rocky's boisterous traditional Punjabi family clashes with Rani's sophisticated intellectual Bengali family. So basically, again, we're one for one. Their cultural differences and preconceived notions create hilarious and often tense situations.
Totally what I said.
Which is exactly what you said. And, you know, despite the family drama, they're determined to make their relationship work. You also nailed that. And they try to understand each other's cultural backgrounds and find common ground. Do they succeed? We'll find out. So this involves some, awkward family gatherings, cultural misunderstandings, personal sacrifices.
Which someone gave their heart to another person.
I can't think of any more personal a sacrifice than your beating heart, okay, to the love of your son's life, okay? In the film, there's a comedic twist, though. But you had a fair number of comedic twists.
Yeah, two people got slapped. That was so hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Like, I was laughing my ass off. When you said slap, I was like, holy shit. Okay? But in the film, Rocky and Ronnie decide to live with each other's families for a period of time. Oh.
They do like a wife swap, but they swap families?
They wife swap their families. They family swap. And, this allows them to experience firsthand the different dynamics of the other side. And that's so important to gain understanding.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens. They have a rocky beginning. Rocky and Ronnie do. But then they lurk beyond the stereotypes and find that love, Rekha, is what really binds them together.
Okay, and that's exactly what happened in mine.
That's exactly what happened in yours.
The heart binds them together because, yeah, she gave her heart to his daughter.
She gave her heart. Yeah. And now they are bound forever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at the end of the movie, It's a grand Bollywood-style celebration. The families finally accept Rocky and Ronnie's relationships, and love triumphs over cultural barriers.
That's literally what happened in mine too.
Okay? Over family disapproval, and there's joy in the resolution. Rekha, I think you nailed it. That's literally exactly what happened in your movie.
Literally exactly what happened, except I gave more specifics.
Yes.
That's truly incredible.
And you had some moments of violence. 2 slaps.
Yeah. It's
okay.
Really, really beautiful.
And my favorite part, if I can say, of your film was the depression song. That was so unexpected and so beautiful.
Thank you.
And you don't see that every day. And in fact, we haven't seen it because you did make up the film.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for your film, Rekha.
Yeah.
Where I am fully expecting a depression dance interlude.
Okay, so that's actually probably going to have to be 90% of my movie now that you said that. Thank you.
Okay.
If you want to hear more about my movie, go to buttondown.com/Rekha.
Hey.
I'm giving updates on the creative process. It's very goofy and silly and very fun. I can't say there'll be as much singing as in this movie we just made up, but I can
some singing.
I can
humming even.
I can certainly say I don't even think there's humming. But
I take it back. You guys hum to yourselves.
Hum to yourself.
If you really need a song, but you won't need it. Not in Rekha's movie.
Not in my movie. Sorry. Everyone comes out well in my movie. Did that? I love that I actually gave you like some chills. That makes me feel good.
Rekha, I was strapped to my seat in the roller coaster of your film. Do you, and this is going to put you on the spot, have a name for your film? Of train track heart transplants.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna do a Google Translate.
I'm so excited.
Okay. So pardon if this is a literal Google Translate of English to Hindi, because this is a Bollywood film. So Bollywood is mostly, from what I understand, the North. Tamilian movies are called Kollywood films with a K. Tollywood is Telugu films like RRR. Okay. Shahar ke Beechal Beach Patari se Utari Angreji. So I wrote off the rails, in the heart of the city. Oh, I wrote English and that translated into the title. So get rid of Angreji.
No, leave it in.
Okay, so it's called Off the Rails in the Heart of the City English.
Yes, because that hints at the light skin. Because everyone's light skin. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
When you watch a Bollywood movie and the first like 2 women in the like dance sequence are just literally white women, I'm like,
yes. You're like,
this country is not well.
We have an illness.
We're not well.
We're not well.
Okay, wow. I feel good about that movie.
I feel great about it.
So, shall we move on to Desi of the Week?
I think we shall, Rekha. I think we shall.
Our Desi of the Week is Chandrika Tandon. Okay, Keerthi. Chandrika
Let's go.
is an Indian-American vocalist who won a Grammy Award in the Best New Age Ambient and Chant Album category for her album Triveni. This is her first Grammy win. Triveni is a collaborative effort with South African flautist Wouter Kellerman and Japanese cellist Iru Matsumoto. The album blends Vedic chants and melodic flute and resonant cello. Very, very cool.
That is very cool. So the album is described as creating a reflective soundscape that fosters mindfulness, self-discovery, and connection. Okay, so it's a mix of classical Indian music, new age ambiance, and global traditions.
Okay. And it was competing against a lot of other Indian artists like Ricky Cage and Anushka Shankar. Okay, hi.
Okay.
Tandon was previously nominated for a Grammy in 2011 on her album Om Namo Narayana Soul Call. So this is her second nomination and her first win. Very cool.
There we go, Chandrika.
Yes. In addition to being a musician, Chandrika is also a businesswoman and philanthropist. Okay. She's this.
Wow.
Oh, she's the sister. Well, this puts a different light on it.
This puts a spin on it. Our last fact really... Wow. Rekha, take it away. What's our last fact?
She is the sister of former PepsiCo CEO Indira Nooyi and was the first Indian American woman to be elected partner at McKinsey & Company. Okay. Well,
wow.
It's still incredible to be able to do all that stuff.
Sure. It's very incredible. See, okay, before we got to that tidbit about Chandrika, two tidbits actually. I was imagining a sort of maybe a humbler beginning, given new age, transcendental, the adjectives we were using.
Yeah.
Did sort of, it just painted a different picture of who she might be,
Yeah. In a big way.
But in a big
but hey,
man.
You know what? There's so few of us that are allowed to succeed. We're not at the point yet where maybe we can be like, oh, it's a CEO's sister. Maybe the CEO doesn't even give her any money.
Sure. Maybe she has no promise to the PepsiCo fortune.
Exactly. Bad Raksha Bandhan deal.
Yes.
No PepsiCo fortune.
No PepsiCo. That's what he told her. He said, no. You are out of PepsiCo. Thanks for the bracelet, sis.
Yes.
But you are not getting a piece of this action.
You're out, Indra says. Wow.
So she was like, I'll just be elected partner at McKinsey instead.
You know what I mean? And that's beautiful. Wow.
So, and we've been talking a lot about representation mattering.
Yeah.
Which is so true. And here we are, we're getting representation from a billionaire. And that matters too.
I have seen some movies that I thought were bad, that were Indian-made movies. I'm not going to talk about it in public because I go, we should be able to make a bad movie. I'll wait till we get oversaturated with Indian movies, and then I'll tell you what the bad movies I'm talking about are. But until then, I got to keep that private. So we're trying to, it's great. We're up in the number of people, and then we'll be at a place where we can make commentary and it's okay. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know what? We aren't there yet.
And we're just not there.
We're just not there yet. So we simply must have Chandrika be our Desi of the week.
We must have Chandrika be our Desi of the week.
Her contributions, important.
And
one day, Rekha, we will get to a place where we can reveal all our secrets, all our hidden opinions.
Exactly. Well,
unfortunately, that day is not today.
And it's not today. Today is actually the 14th day of pre-Valentine's. So celebrate with your loved ones.
It's some form of gummy bear week day. So please send all your gummies to Chandrika.
Yes, please.
And celebrate her. Please. She needs it.
Yes.
Okay. On top of the Grammy Award.
And PepsiCo.
Yeah.
Guys, that's the show. And as always, our big ask is that you find one person in your life who you think would love the show and share it. As well as sharing Sandeep's socials, Omar's socials. We are taking over for them tonight, and we are so grateful for them. I am Rekha Shankar. You can follow me at Rekha_S. Keerthi, do you got socials you want?
I sure do. You guys can find me on Instagram at hi_Keer, Keer. Yeah, and that's where you can find me. And also, guys, shout out to our Patreons and listeners.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me into your earbuds.
Yes.
This was awesome.
And as always, we're going to shout out these Patreon subscribers. And Keerthi, just so you're familiar, we kind of just like, we each take turns rattling off these names.
Beautiful.
And the request we've been given is to do it in our best auntie voice.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Here we go. Tall BM, Benjamin Lowe, Miranda Hollinger, Michael Long,
Salina B, Nervous Rex, Varun, Moldy Wort, Philip Dizan,
Kathleen Schlegel, Ducati, Brandon Pace, Monroe Maxwell,
Jeremy Schwartz, Chris Sims, Dode Catapult,
very Italian, Dan Wally, Jeremy O'Brien, Bard Ray Lynn, Scribbles and Flapjacks,
8-Bit D, Greg Wickstorm. Now I'm losing it.
It's hard. Okay, and then at the gods level, we have Mark Tucker, Hannah Lemon, Vaiden, and Quarzi.
Hey.
guys, if you stick around for the bonus content, we would love it. It'll only be available via VOD on the EffinFunny Patreon, so you can stick around live if you want to see it. This show is produced and edited by Anand Shah and Kaylin Mahoney. The show's technical director and sound designer is Delvin Neville. The show's executive producers are Sandeep Parikh and Anand Shah. The music is by Harshal Sisodia, Jasveer Singh, and Malik Zaveri. This has been an EffinFunny production.